Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome back if you're returning. It's Fiery Moon and I'm here to do the general weekly collective reading. I was, or I had planned on, just letting the full moon reading be the weekly as well. But I was guided, as I woke up this morning to do the weekly reading, to give it, one on its own. Um, By the way, that full moon reading, it was, you know, very what's the word do I want to use for that? I don't know. It was almost like, it was like simple and complex at the same time. Is the best way that I can explain it. But feel free to check it out. If it's for you, it's for you, and if not, that's okay too. Um, as I am recording this, the moon is still it's still in Capricorn. It's at about 25 degrees. And it will be transiting into Aquarius today. But it still does have to go over Pluto retrograding in Capricorn as well. Um, so I hope you all enjoy the full moon. The energy was, very, very intense, I will say. At least that's how it felt for me. Um, but yeah, let's jump on in. I'm going to start out with the spellcast and oracle. I'll then be moving into my tarot with keywords, and then the guidance and advice is going to come from the oracle of the seven energies. So let's go ahead and jump on in and see what needs to come through. What messages do we need, Spirit, as it pertains to the energy for this week? And you guys, I feel like someone is asking in regards to time. Time is fluid, so depending on how you work with your energy, this could be something that you recently went through, something you may currently be going through, or it could be something to come for you, in the future. It doesn't have to be, specific to today or this week, but you have to know your story, you have to know your energy and where you are within your own timeline. Because, tarot is not, specific to the days or, a specific date or time. It's just, used as a reference. So, what messages of guidance, healing, truth, love, wisdom, acceptance, understanding, as well as protection that we need for the collective and the energy surrounding this week. I feel like there's so many questions that are coming to me, or at least that are channeling through to me. So there could be some new people that are coming across my channel, which is fine. But I just want to say because I feel like I have to explain tarot does not tell the future. The best way that I can explain what this is, or at least for me personally, the way that I do it, it's a current read of the current planets and how they are interacting with each other, and my interpretation as a reader for how it may play out for you, whether it's through a relationship, a home, your home life, your work life, through the houses. all of the 12 houses. So that's like the simplest and easiest way. The the planet shows you what, the zodiac sign shows you how, and the houses in your own chart show you where. That's the easiest way to explain it. So as an example, all right, we'll use the sun in Cancer. The sun in Cancer. The sun, normally represents your personality, or how you, exert or express yourself out in the world. With the sun being in Cancer right now, Cancer energy is cardinal water. It initiates and, creates a new way of feeling. So Cancer, it also represents, the home, the family, the private life. Now, say you have your sun in Cancer in the fifth house. Fifth house is ruled by Leo. So if you have the sun in Cancer in the fifth house, your personality and the way you express yourself is a very, it could be very private or very caring and nurturing way. But, with it being in the fifth house, it's like, it could be like through grand gestures, because the fifth house is, again, the house of Leo. It's, creatively, it's, the way that you express yourself. It's, showing up. Lions, or not lions, but Leos like to, be, main stage. So with that energy in the fifth house, that's how you would interpret, if you had the sun in Cancer in the fifth house. In the fifth house, that is your creativity. Also how you express yourself, because the sun is home, or it rules Leo. It's home. Well, it rules Leo, but it's home in Aries. But again, it's how you express yourself, how you show yourself. So that's just a quick little rundown. So bottom of the deck, we have Justice. Libra energy speaks to, balance, fairness, truth. Then we have the Good Luck card, which to me in this deck is like the Wheel of Fortune. Then we have Freedom. And Answers. I'm hearing like the answers are within. The answers are within. But what this makes me feel like is like, for some of you, you could be getting like some kind of, spiritual or karmic justice coming through for you this week. There's something like expanding with this Good Luck card, with that Wheel of Fortune, is what I feel like. Like there's some type of expansion happening as well, where with Freedom and Answers, it almost makes me feel like for some of you, you've been almost in a way like holding yourself back. Because it's like she's in a cage on this card. But with Freedom, it's like only you have the power to let yourself out, especially with Answers. Either someone is seeking, freedom from a situation, whether that just be like your own mind, your own mental space, because like I said, I feel the Eight of Swords. But the answers that you seek, they come from within. So it's almost like with justice and the wheel of fortune, like this is like a spirit giving you like a push. It's almost like spirit is like I hate when they give me this, but in the game show The Wheel of Fortune, the wheel doesn't spin on its own. You have to spin it. You have to reach down and spin it. And it's like it almost feels like spirit is just like, I don't know, deciding to like do it for you. I don't know if you're afraid to. Some of you could be afraid with this freedom here. Because like I said, I keep feeling the Eight of Swords. Some of you could be afraid to do this on your own. So spirit is like, I'll step in, because I don't know why you would be afraid when it's like you have the answers. And the reason why I chose this deck today was because when I woke up and was guided to do this reading, they showed me the Ace of Swords from this deck specifically. So let's see, let's get an overall energy. And what that is, that's kind of, similar to the Justice card. It's truth, it's clarity, it's insight. We have protection, which is like the Empress card. Then we have commitment. Can I get one more, Spirit? That commitment to me is like the Hierophant. Or at least that's the energy I'm feeling off of it. Today. Can I get one more? Oh, Jesus. Then we have reconciliation. Bottom of the deck, we have travel. Oh, for some of you, this is strictly a love reading with love here. For everyone else, it may not be, but we have the inspiration, which is like the Ace of Wands. Trust. Truth. And willpower. And this feels like the Chariot energy to me. I don't know what is going on this week, y'all. But the way that I'm feeling this energy is like, for some of you, I don't feel like that bottom of the deck energy is the same as this protection energy here. That bottom of the deck energy felt kind of, it felt more masculine, and this is more feminine. So you could be that masculine energy where spirit is like giving you like, I don't know, a boost, or, it's almost like spirit is taking whatever matter you're going to into their own hands to help you, to help move you forward. Because for some of you, you have been stuck in that, in seeking freedom from a situation, circumstance, mindset, mentality, whatever it is for you. But just at the bottom of the deck, like, I feel like there's a, what do you call it? A convergence upon this feminine energy. Like, it feels like someone is deciding to travel, to move towards this protection energy. Now, this could be something that you're doing all on your own. You're finally like deciding to move in the direction of, your truth here. Um, you're it's almost like there's a certain determination. Like you're almost like ready to see things what they are. You're trusting in, what you know. And it's inspired, like it's almost like I don't know how else to explain this. It's almost like, how like if you ever seen Doctor Strange, when the what's her name? Anyway, that lady, I can't think of her name, when she pushed him spiritual, like pushed his spirit out of his body. That's what I feel like is happening to someone. And in that, they're being, they're it's almost like they're looking at themselves from like the inside out. And it's almost like it's, when they come back together. um I know this sounds so crazy, but this is the only way I can explain it, and that's what I'm seeing. You are able to like it, like they're being like pushed into themselves, but into like their heart space, so that they can move out of that with the travel card. Like it's y'all see how the cards just read from right to left, when normally I would read them from left to right. It's like, again, it's I don't know. I don't know how to explain this. And for some of you, if this is not all you, this is, you, between you and another person. This could be someone that, with this protection card, if you're resonating as a feminine energy, like, I don't feel like you're in connection with this person, because if you were, or like, this can't, like, I'm not gonna say can't, I have to stop saying that word. This is not someone that you are physically connected to. Like, y'all are not in a relationship or a friendship, whatever it may be. It's not that. Because you're getting ready, if you're a feminine energy, something is like, you're already expanding. You see, like, she is pregnant on this card. But it doesn't have to mean like physically being pregnant. It can just be like you're growing something, you're incubating something, no matter what it is, a project, just something new. And like I said, I feel this energy just coming right towards this protection energy. And it feels like, it's for, like I said, the commitment card. It's like the Hierophant, which is, a higher level. It could be, a commitment, a contract. It could represent, like a marriage in the physical realm. But it's also a card of, higher guidance. It's spiritual wisdom. And there's two people on that card. And it's making me think of, these two people here. Like, there's again, like a coming together. I don't know how else better to explain it. But we'll see. What messages do we need? It's almost like, if you're a feminine energy, you were being like prepped and protected until this time for this to come together. And I'm like, again, I don't know if, Libra energy is an Empress. We started out with that Justice card, which is Libra energy, but I'm being drawn to like the balance, the black and the white, the balance here in the reconciliation card. There's something being balanced out or made right. They're saying made right, made right. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a, spirit in the universe correcting something, because the Hierophant could be a teacher as well. What messages do we need, Spirit, as it pertains to this energy and spirit for the week? Look, bottom of the deck, we have the King of Cups. And this is like almost coming through for me as like confirmation of, like I said, if that bottom of the deck energy that we initially started with was a masculine energy, it's like they're being pushed into their heart space. And no king, no masculine energy sits in their heart space like the King of Cups here. They are the masculine principle of water, which is, the emotions, the feeling, the heart space. But we have a King of Cups. We have the Six of Pentacles. The King of Wands. The Four of Cups. And Justice. Ugh. It's like the bottom of the deck got so much to say. Because then we have the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor. Now, we have the Emperor to the Empress here. But I'll get to this in a second. We have both the minor and the major Justice card out here with the Six of Pentacles and Justice. And we have these two masculine energies, the King of Cups and the King of Wands. Honestly, I don't feel like this is too, like, sometimes it'll come through as like different people, quote unquote. But most of the time, I know for me, the way the energy feels is like it's just another facet of the same masculine energy. Because it's almost like with this King of Cups, Six of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, it's almost like whoever this is, whether this is you or someone in regards to you or someone that you're energetically connected to, or it could just be the energy. There's like, how can I say this? I guess the best way that I can put it is like there's an emotional desire to fix something with this Six of Pentacles. There's a masculine energy that's like emotionally wanting to, how can I say this? Where are my words, y'all? The best way that I can say it is like, again, there's an emotional desire here to fix something, to, you know, balance something out with the Six of Pentacles at a physical level. But like, I also feel like with this energy here, there's like a certain I don't know if it will be passion with this King of Wands here, because I almost feel like this person is having a hard time taking the action that they want to take, like kind of almost resisting it. With the Four of Cups and Justice though, I feel like I don't know, I feel like there's an energy of like almost judgment here with this Four of Cups and Justice. If that's what it feels like. And it feels like, I don't know if this masculine energy is being judged, whether that's you or someone else, but it does. It feels like this Four of Cups is like, I don't know if they rejected this Ace of Cups, because the Four of Cups can be rejection. I don't know if they, you know, disregarded their own feelings for a situation. But it feels like judgment. Or like someone is seeing the cause and effect of either staying in something where they're not emotionally fulfilled, but it could be, you know, comfortable, or for rejecting something or someone, or, you know, whatever the case may be. Because there is like a reassessing energy here that I'm getting, like looking over like, oh, maybe it was a missed opportunity. But with the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Emperor, for some of you, it's almost like, and I'm going to try to say this the best way I can because this is how I'm feeling it. If you're a feminine energy, this is you. And for one way that I'm feeling it. Because it's almost like with you being in this Empress energy, it's almost like your own masculine energy is like being a shield around you as feminine energy. For some of you, and it's kind of like blocking off, or like anything that's coming at you like this, or in this Knight of Swords energy, it's almost like they're being pushed back. Which could, this can be like people coming at you impulsively, you know, saying things, you know, just, I don't know. But I also feel it like as if this masculine energy, it's like they want to come in and, you know, express themselves, but it's almost like If so, it's because they're wanting to come in as this emperor. Because it's almost like, I don't know why I'm feeling like there's something here with this Ace of Cups. If we see it, we'll get more clarity, but it almost feels like I want to say like the feelings are mutual, but where you've examined yours as the feminine energy and the Queen of Cups, it's almost like, again, this masculine energy, they're not ready to, it's like they're trying to retain that water. They're trying to restrain themselves from actually like acknowledging and acting on it. So for some of you, if this person like decides to come towards you, or this could be you going towards them, it could come out of nowhere as this Knight of Swords. Because it's like it's all happening, like, or it may happen all at once, where when you just think of like when you've been pinning up, or you have pent up emotions and feelings, and then you finally get to like that point where you're ready to express, or really explode. It comes out like word vomit. But it's like for some people, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, for some people it's almost like they just have to get it out. So it may catch you off guard, because it could, they could have a lot to say. They just, it's almost like, just, you may have to just be patient with this person, or they may have to be patient with you, because it's a lot. It's a lot. It's very hard. You guys see, like, even as a tarot reader, I sometimes I have a hard time putting what I'm feeling from the energy in these cards and when I'm doing a reading, because sometimes there are no words that we actually have in the English language that can convey what I'm feeling intuitively, or how I'm seeing a situation, in the cards. But it's something that's very hard to do. And remember, we have Mercury in Cancer. Mercury is the planet of communication and thought, but with it being in water energy, it's really expressing of the feelings, but it's hard because the Cancer energy is cardinal. Trust me, I have that placement natally. So I had to learn how to like take a step back, get my thoughts together, and then, but it's like I try to do it in the best way that I can, because it all comes from what I feel first. So I know it's very hard. It's very hard. Yeah, we have Strength in the Fool card. Yeah, I feel like this energy is coming towards you. If you're a feminine energy, someone's finally having the courage to take a leap of faith. Then we have the Five of Swords. And this makes me feel like, I don't know. I don't know if someone was, it almost feels like they were just like, the best way I can explain it was ego tripping. It could have been this masculine energy, but it's almost like they're realizing, or what was it? I just did a video that was like, sometimes, accepting defeat is the beginning of victory. It almost feels like this may even, tie into that reading. But it is. It's almost like someone may have felt, defeated by this connection, or defeated, by their own ego, because that's what it does. Um, and it's almost like they're realizing now. Like, how can I say this? Like their values and, were based in something faulty, is the best way that I can say it. Because then look at the bottom of the deck, we have the Chariot and the Empress. Like I said, this energy is coming towards feminine energy. Yeah. Then the bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess. Or excuse me, the next card out, it's not the bottom, the High Priestess. Coming out up under this reconciliation card. And it's, it's almost like there's a shared knowing between a masculine energy and a feminine energy. There's a knowing. It's almost like this masculine energy could have been trying to like fool themselves. And, not wanting to like almost surrender to what they've known to be true. Look, the Knight of Cups. Yeah, they were trying to restrain themselves from coming in and expressing themselves emotionally. I don't know what they were afraid of. I don't know. Some people are, and I say this, all the time, some people are afraid of things actually working out. And what ends up happening, because we have the Nine of Wands and the Five of Wands, this person was afraid or trying to prevent like conflict that, maybe they were perceiving would come of this. But between the 9 and the 5 is the Four of Wands. It's actually, the Four of Wands represents, stability. It represents a coming together. It's celebration. It's the happy home vibration. And it's almost like this person was afraid of that energy. Afraid of, things actually working out. It's almost like a fear of conflict and competition, but it was rooted in, ego and control. And it's like with the Nine of Swords and the Hermit. It's like I said, it's like this person is, spirit is like almost alerting this person and waking them up like, hey, this is you're creating this. The 9 to the Ace is that Eight of Swords, that freedom card. It's like Spirit is showing this person like where they're not free. And for a lot of them, or you, it's in the mind. You're letting, your mind muster up shit that's not real. So the Hermit is showing you like, hey, move towards the Ace of Swords. Move towards the truth. Set yourself free. Because it's like someone is like a worrying, anxiety, overthinking, sleepless nights. Like, it's not that, like, if something is poking at you like that, at least I would think like, or I would take it as a sign to go and explore it, to see why. But it's like, whoever this is, they're not willing to do that. I mean, they may be now. But it's almost like this person just like has negative self-talk, or they just I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me. Then we have the Magician. And I don't know why I want to say, like, this is a safe space. If you're a masculine, this feminine is a safe space for you. Because just look, if you show up as the Knight of Cups, which is, you know, deciding to come in and open up and be vulnerable. If you express or, you know, expound this water on this feminine, only thing that's going to come of it is growth. She's the Empress. That's what she does. She takes whatever you give her and she's able to multiply it. She's able to produce something else from it. So for some of you, in regards to, you know, if it's playing out within a connection, or even if this is all yourself, you have to learn how to water yourself and become like your own ecosystem. But you have to, you know, it takes courage to love yourself. It is an act of courage to do that. But it's almost like this person, their mind, you know, for some of you, you're allowing your mind to play tricks on you, is the easiest way that I can say it. Or this was your ego wanting to stay like in control. That's what I'm feeling. And in doing that, it's almost like you blocked off your intuition with the Seven of Wands. You were resistant to listening to what your intuition was trying to tell you. Your intuition is always going to guide you to the right people, places, things, opportunities. Your intuition will never like lead you astray. I don't like. People have to believe that for themselves. I can't tell you to believe it. The only thing I can do is just share my experience with doing that. You know, letting my intuition, you know, be my guide. But in order to do that, you have to trust yourself. That's the first step, is trusting yourself. So I want to look at this Five of Swords. Ooh, Jesus, I couldn't even get the cards out. The Five of Swords. We have the Five of Cups and the Devil. Yeah, it's like this, whatever energy this is. I don't know what this devil energy is for you. It could have just been, you know, a toxic or a negative mindset. It could have been a pattern or a behavior that you've had. But whatever this devil energy is, it's like you regret being tied to it because it caused you to sabotage something that was, you know, a connection of a higher level. It's at the bottom. The Queen of Cups, yep. Here's the feminine energy. It caused you to either not see this person clearly, or, you know, it caused you to, like, you know, because that... I don't even know how to say this. Because this is why, like, I already know, like, my videos don't get to, you know, where they are, and I'm not upset at that. But I'm not going to bullshit y'all, and I'm going to tell y'all what, you know, what you need to know. This energy here is, it's not a person. A lot of people, you know, walk around with the perception that this is a person. It's not a person. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. It's, you know, it's a perception. And it's almost like for some of you, you know, it's an energy of bondage. It's feeling like you can't get away from it. It's, you know, constantly, you know, it's restriction. It's, you know, Capricorn energy. So it's almost like for some of you, this energy, this devil energy, you know, you were doing to yourself. Here's the Eight of Swords I've been talking about all reading. You've been doing it yourself, to yourself. And it's time for you to break free. And some of you are realizing that your ego was the thing that was keeping you stuck, whether it was, you know, the illusion of control, or, you know, feeling like, you know, it was a need to win, or whatever the case may be. And some of you are now regretting that, because for some of you, it's costing you significant relationships or connections, opportunities that you need in order to grow. There's no, like they say, there's no growth and comfort. You're not going to grow in here because you're not. It may have the illusion of comfort, but just think that this energy is, it's making my head hurt reading these cards. I feel that Nine of Swords. So again, there's judgment. You have to, it says renewal, liberation, rebirth, spiritual awakening, atonement, heal, change, a second chance. Some of you, justice coming in like the way that it is, or the way that I've been feeling it, it's to bring you back to yourself. Or for some of you, it could be another person, because they are like, they're supposed to like help you along. Like, it's like y'all would be helping each other. We're gonna see what this devil is. Look, I cannot make this shit up. This Nine of Swords came right out. There's no peace here. The 5 to the 9 is the 4 swords. There's no peace here. Tell me about this Magician. And for some of you, it was about control. It was about, you know, well, if I can, you know, be in control. It's like, honestly, like the best way I can say it is like, you try to either, you abuse the power that you had, or you let it be like used against you. Give me one for the Magician. You tried to manipulate a situation that didn't need manipulating. It was what it was. And now there's regret behind that. Yeah. So it's almost like with this realization, because for some of you, you are having the realization of what you've been in, what you've been doing, whatever the case may be for you, via this 5 of Swords. And there is some regret there. There is some regret. But it's like now, it's like, you know, it's that energy of once you know better, you do better. So some of you are, you know, you're ready to manifest your way forward out of the illusion, out of the confusion. And Spirit is like, yes, let's do this. Let's come on, make it quick and easy with the Knight of Swords. Like, yes, this is like swift justice coming in for a masculine. In this, you know, if it's a feminine energy, this feminine energy, she's already out here, or, you know, male or female, doesn't matter. They're showing up as all the suits. They're going to show up like that. So here's the Queen of Swords, where, you know, this person could have even told you, like, hey, this is what our connection is. But you have to choose it. They, you know, they can't choose it for you. And it's like you were deciding, like you were, you know, it's not even deciding. You were You know, if you're a masculine energy, you be like, is it really worth it? Like, you, I don't know. Because that Seven of Pentacles, it says, you know, taking stock. It says looking over, you know, it's basically looking over, you know, if you want to invest into a situation or not. And for some of you, you were questioning if you were truly this emperor. Or it's almost like you had the mindset of like, what would you have to give up? What would you have to, and it's like you wouldn't have to because you're meeting your match. So it's not that you're giving up anything. This is an even exchange. You give what you get. It's not the giving to get. Where are we at? 51. Can I get one more for the Magician? Because the answers, like, didn't I say the answers that you need are within? That was the first thing I said in this reading. The answers you need are within. You're being pointed. You have everything that you need. The Ace of Swords at the bottom. And you know what it makes me want to say? Like, nothing worth having comes easy. So if you know, and that's like a true statement. For some of you, you know, you could have been easily out there, you know, getting certain things. But now it's like, was it worth it to you? Was it worth it to, it seems like for some of you, you may have even lost it. And I'm not saying that, you know, in a judgmental type of way. It's just, you know, like, we got to be real about this shit. So, you know, this connection wasn't supposed to be easy. But like I said, it's like you made it harder by almost trying to control or manipulate a situation that didn't need that to begin with. And it's like, you know, like, I just keep hearing what I just said over and over again. Nothing worth having comes easy. Can I get one for this High Priestess, and then we'll grab the guidance or advice? Give me one for the High Priestess. The Eight of Cups. And it's like, oh my God, like, it's like, you know that there's more, like, out there. Because with the Eight of Cups, it's like going on a spiritual journey. It's, you know, it goes from, the 8 always goes to the 10, but it says seeking deeper meaning. Yeah, you know, you could be leaving the past behind. You could be letting go of something or someone. For some of you, what you're letting go is this mindset or mentality that you had, this perception that you had that everything will just, you know, it's gonna end in defeat. It's gonna be pain, and it's gonna be like, you know, the worst shit ever. Because here's the Ace of Swords between this 9 and the 10. So Spirit is like, no, how about you look at it this way? It's time for you to get out of that. To leave this mindset in the dust as the Chariot. But you got to be the one. The Emperor sits in the Chariot. You got to be the one to take charge. You have to want to take charge of your life. Can I get one more? Ooh, for the High Priestess. Look, I cannot make this shit up. Readings like this almost make me want to cry. We got the Queen of Cups and the Nine of Cups. And then look at the bottom of the deck. The Four of Wands. With the star. I don't even know what to say because I don't know. It's like I don't. If you don't believe in something, I don't know. Like honestly, like the energy doesn't come out just like I'm pulling it out of thin air. People are, these messages go to who they need to go to and who they need to get to. But if you're watching my channel, it's like someone, and I'm not saying it's you, but someone is like wanting, like so much confirmation, and it's like, but why? Because I'm not making this shit up. The cards are coming out and you guys are watching them. I'm not pulling them. They're falling out on their own. Number one. Number two, I wouldn't even want to do, something like this. Just for, to make a story come together or make it seem like, this is, no. Everything I say, it comes out in the cards. Now, for this energy over here, this Eight of Cups, this energy is however it plays out for you, whether it's, you're seeking a deeper meaning to something, you're leaving, something behind, you're ready to, let go of a situation that's no longer emotionally serving you. For some of you, it's to align with your own masculine and feminine emotionally within yourself, or like for some of you, this is a person, which if it's a person with the Nine of Cups, it's your intuition knew like this person was everything you want. It says wishes fulfilled, satisfaction, abundance, comfort, happiness, counting your blessings. Like, and then I say like this energy is a safe space for you. I feel that here. If this is feminine energy, is a person. But for some of you, through whatever this situation may be for you, you're learning how to create a safe space within yourself. And if this is a person for you, it's because this person is a safe space within themselves. So when two people are able to align and come together, like, do you understand? I don't think people understand the magnitude and the power that comes from, that. Or really understands the reason why, some people are supposed to do that. It's to show other people what true happiness looks like, what true being fulfilled with yourself and aligning with somebody who's fulfilled within themselves, how, we can independently coexist instead of, codependently existing, which would be this devil. Whether you're tied to a person, place, or thing, but it's not because that's where you want to be. You're doing it out of obligation or like you feel like you have to. And no, real relationships are freeing. When two people are secure within themselves and then they come together, nobody feels stuck. It becomes the lovers. It's not this where you end up regretting it and then having to do this shit all like, no, nobody got time for that. Well, I know I don't. I can only speak for myself. I ain't got time for that. Because when you realize, it's like, when you realize what you've been in, it's almost like waking up from a fucking nightmare and you're just like, yo, what the fuck was I doing? Why was I wasted so much time. And like they say, time is the one thing that we can't get back. But if you have the opportunity, or you're presented with the opportunity to say like, hey, you know what, it's time for me to go this way, It's time for me to, go in a direction where I don't like trying to control so much, so many pieces of our lives. You end up making yourself miserable, and you're doing too much. But like I said, some people are afraid of things working out because it seems like, too good to be true. And sometimes, it's not. It's not. But it's not going to come, it's not going to be. I hate to say it like this because everybody, as soon as you hear the word consequences, everybody just thinks it's something bad. But no, consequences are good. You can have good consequences too. But there's a price, there's a consequence for, everything that we do. And it doesn't always have to be bad. Like the consequence of getting up and going to, like, just as an example, a consequence of, getting up and going to work, quote unquote, is on the positive side is like, okay, you get a paycheck. Ain't nothing wrong with, going out and getting a paycheck. But the consequence of getting up and going to work to a job that you don't like, the consequence of that would be like, you'll still get a paycheck, but you're gonna, be miserable doing it. Like you're not happy in that job. So you have to weigh your options. Is this paycheck worth more than how I actually feel while I'm at, how I feel while I'm at this job? Because just think, if you woke up every day and you went to a job you love, or you do a job that you love every day, you get the consequences, both, they play out positive if you ask me. You get to get up and go do something that you love, and you get money, like you get your paycheck. So wouldn't it be like, I mean, it just makes more sense that way. But nobody says you have to stay in something that you don't like or love or that you don't feel. And this doesn't just have to be a job. This could be a friendship. This could be a relationship. This could be a family. Cool, however it goes. But you have to weigh your options. So let's see. Bottom of the deck, we have the Spirit of Gratitude. And like for some of you, it's just like, what this makes me feel is like, you have to be grateful for the experiences that you have, or the experience that you go through. And when with the exposed and revealed, when you're shown whether a situation, a circumstance, a person, place, or thing is no longer for you, you don't have to separate with bitter feelings or resentment, or, you don't have to do that. You know how the Maya Angelou quote goes, when someone shows you who they are, believe them. It doesn't mean you have to hate them. It doesn't mean like you have to, whatever the case may be grateful for them because they're showing you who they are. And in turn, they're also showing you, like, how can I say it? Like, that it's time for you to evolve from this situation or the facet of this person, because the only reason you attracted them is because that energy was within you too. But it's like, be grateful for the people that come into your lives. Some people come for a reason, a season, blessing, or a lesson. Whoa. There's so much energy in these cards right now. Can I get the guidance or advice, Spirit? What's the guidance or advice? But you know what it with the spirit of gratitude kind of that's like the gift of discernment. It's so that again, once you know better, you know you do better. What's the guidance or advice? I probably said it already. What's the guidance or advice for the collective as it pertains? No. Too many, Spirit. Can I get less cards? Oh my God. All of these cards. We're not doing this today, Spirit. Come on. What's the guidance or advice? Alright. We have a higher view. I don't know if I can see that. And then we have earth magic. Bottom of the deck we have close encounters. So let me show you this, a higher view card. And I'm going to read that one because the only thing I can feel like is like, for some of you, this is, making your dreams or, making your dreams a reality with both of these cards, but a higher view. And like I said, for some of you, this is, a reconciliation for some of you. Or it is for all of you, whether that's within yourself or with another person. There's the bridging of a gap coming together with both of these cards, the close encounters and the land between. I don't know why I won't focus on both of them. There we go. Look at that. That almost looks, very similar. But I'm going to read this, a higher view card, because that's almost coming through as like the high priestess over here. What is it, 41? So it says, a higher view. Seeing from a higher perspective, conscious neutrality, letting go of judgment and assumptions, non-attachment, the ability to remain unbiased. Sometimes our lives are suction cupped to the end of our nose and we can't see beyond ourselves. This happens to everyone once in a while. We fall into an automatic response to life and react from a learned, conditioned place rather than one of awareness. Being in reactivity keeps us repeating old patterns. Conversely, the avoidance of our triggers keep us in our comfort zone, policing our attempts at new things. The way to be successful in your endeavor is to connect with The way to be successful in your endeavor to connect with others is to step out of your sticky perception of the world. Imagine yourself sitting on the back of a bird 1,000 feet above your life. Wouldn't your perspective change? From a higher point of view, you can see for miles. You can let go of naming or blaming the obstacles in your way and instead easily discover a path to more beautiful and compelling vistas. More can become available to you in all aspects of your life when you're able to step back and give a little distance. You can wait before responding, be more graceful in your interactions, and see how everything is connected and every experience is a gift. The world is wide open for you today. All you have to do is move to higher ground, be mindful, and celebrate the spectacle of life's dance. I mean, shall. So there you have it, y'all. So as always, I thank you guys for tuning in with me. Sending, positive vibes and love and light out to y'all for this week. I definitely hope it resonated for you, but if not, that's fine. This wasn't your story. And I will see you all on the next one. All right? Later.